every day. Every day. Every day.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Seems like we were stuck in a loop just now. What's going on, family? What's going on, everyone? I'm just posting the link in my feed here on WhatsApp so folks can get an opportunity to get on. All right, that's done. All right, welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the call. Let us go ahead and minimize this and let us get started. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's go over to trading view real quick and get everything else set up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Profits Before Sunrise. My name is Mark with a C. Blake. I am your humble servant trader here on Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new, please do feel free to uh, come on back, right? Come on back if you are watching live on YouTube. Welcome, 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 welcome. For my students on Zoom, what's going on, folks? If y'all can hear me loud and clear, drop a 111 in the chat. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, drop a 111 in the chat. We're gonna get started in a moment here. We do have a global conversation, so good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. By the way, drop where you're calling in from in the chats. Let me know. Drop in the chats where you guys are dialing in from. All right. And while we do that, let us go ahead and switch over to forexfactory.com. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark with a C. Blake, and I am your humble servant trader here on Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on YouTube. If you do not have us already in your algorithm, please do go ahead and hit the like button. Also subscribe as well, so that you can get notifications each and every single time we go live. So turn your bell on, because what we're going to be doing here this morning is not something you want to miss, right? It's not something you want to miss. Trust me when I tell you. You are going to see and learn how it is that we take the highest probability trade ideas using a very, very simple strategy known as ready, set, go. So we have individuals called in from St. Andrew, Jamaica. St. Andrew, what's going on? We have Bushkill, Pennsylvania, the beautiful Poconos. We have St. Catherine, Jamaica. What's going on? What's going on, St. Catherine? Drop y'all cities, states in the chat. Let me know. New Jersey is here. What's going on? New Jersey is in the building. Guys, we have a global call. These places are flooding in. All right, let's get started. The first thing that we want to do is we want to look at forexfactory.com. That is where we find out all our fundamental information, This is stuff like news, right? Where do we get our news information from? Well, we get them from here, forexfactory.com. You see, news can affect you negatively or it can affect you positively. It really all depends on how you place your trade, right? So we want to know what's going on. Today being 24th of April, we're not seeing anything with red flags, okay? We do see that NZD and AUD have bank holidays today, but we're not seeing anything with any red flags, so that's good. I can expect tomorrow, Thursday, however, 7:30 a.m., we're going to have some USD news, red news, 9 o'clock a.m., USD again. And then we have some tentative JPY stuff going on for tomorrow. Tomorrow being the last day that we're actually going to be trading. We don't trade on a Friday, we train on a Friday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's what we're going to be doing. We want to shift our focus now from the fundamentals over to the currency strength meter. Now, the currency strength meter is a very, very simple tool, but very powerful tool. It helps us to identify the direction of the market. Now, it's not always right, and we will defer to market structure if it is that we have something that is going against the currency strength meter, okay? The currency pairs we normally look at when we're trading are EURUJPY, EURUSD, and USDJPY, and occasionally we'll be looking at AUDJPY, AUDUSD as well, okay? If you have not already done so, please do go ahead and open up your broker, all right? By the way, let me say this before I even go any further, ladies and gentlemen. What we are going to discuss and share should not be taken as financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Trading involves risk. Manage your risk accordingly, all right? All right, cool. So we're going to get our brokers started up here. And we are doing a specific style of trading here. We're not trading the regular leverage style trading when you're trading for pips. We're actually doing what is known as binary trading. This is options trading. This is trading based on time. And my strategy, ready, set, go, it takes into consideration 3 minutes. So you're going to be trading for 3 minutes per trade. All right. So let's kickstart things by looking at USDJPY. Let's start off by looking at USDJPY. And you guys, when you're looking at USDJPY, you're looking at the first currency, which would be USD, and the second currency, which would be JPY. Because the USD is stronger than the Japanese yen at this time, we could expect for price to go up. Somebody says, Mark, how do you know it's stronger? Well, because USD has 5 bars and JPY has 3 bars. Therefore, USD is stronger than the JPY. And if the first currency is stronger than the second, we are typically going up in the market. All right, typically the trend direction is up. Let's swing on over to TradingView. TradingView is a platform that we use to analyze the markets. Ladies and gentlemen, it is free, but by no means would I recommend you stay free, right? You want to go ahead and utilize the tool to its greatest potential, which would mean that you have to get a plan, right? And the plan allows you to have multiple different indicators. It allows you to have multiple different things at your disposal, and you're going to need them given that you are trading. You just need a tool, right? You need your tools. So we are looking at USDJPY right now, and as you can see, the very first thing we typically do is to identify the direction. And we can see that, yes, indeed, we are trending up. Now, the next question you want to ask yourself is, given that we're trading up, where should we get into the trade? Well, we utilize market structure to identify that. And we are noticing that we have a high here, we have a low here, we have a higher high here, and we need to identify now where our lower high will be. And we're actually in it right now. This is our zone that we're looking to take our trade. All right, and it looks like our trade just started without us. The RSI just about nicked, just about claim close. So this could have been your trade if it is that you are okay trading with the RSI just coming really close. This would be your candlestick right here. This is yours, okay? Mark, what do you mean by this is yours? Well, we typically drop down to the 1 minute time frame, and when we drop down to the 1 minute time frame, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we execute our trade. And we execute our trade on the new 5-minute candle, which would have been 5:15. That's this candle right here, giving us a nice doji, or entry would have been on that candle. And this is why I like to start on time, because if I get to my pairs too late, I stand the chance of missing my trade. All right. So we would be in on this candlestick. I'm just going to show you guys then how we would have traded this. This would be our candlestick that we'd have gotten in on at 5:15 and 58 seconds. We would have executed the buy on this candlestick right here. And then we would be in the trade for 1 minute. This is an entire minute candle. This is another minute candle. And the next minute candle, which is this one that just started, would be our 3rd minute. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once this candle ends above where we entered, we win. We win. And depending on the amount of depending on the payout on your broker, that's how much you win. Your broker determines that, right? So if you had placed your trade for, let's say, $1, and the broker is paying 85%, ladies and gentlemen, you just made 85 cents. If you placed your trade for $10 and it's paying out 85%, you just made $8.50. If you placed your trade for $100, then you would have gotten a payout of $85. If you place your trade for $1,000, you'd have gotten a payout of $850, and so on and so forth. All right. So that's how that works, guys. That was an amazing trade opportunity. You guys can see the prediction was spot on with that one. I'm not sure if my other students on the call was able to snag that real quick. I know we have some quick fingers in here. I'm not sure you guys were able to snag this real quick, but yes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We would have just closed out that trade right. Yeah. All right. So we would have won. So that's one trade in the books. Didn't get to take it, but nevertheless, I have students in here who are clearing. All right, great. Next currency pair that I want to look at real quick would be, so we just look at USDJPY. I want to go ahead and observe EURUSD, EURUSD, and that should be going down because USD is 1 bar stronger than the euro. So we should be actually moving to the downside. Let me go ahead and check that out. Let's check that out here. All right, so I got students clearing that UJ. Wonderful sauce, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So as you can see, EURUSD was moving up, but now it's moving down. You guys can see that here. I'll just illustrate it with my arrow, right? So you guys can see that we are moving down, okay? So currency strength again is correct. Now, if we're moving down, the next question again is where? Where would we participate in this market? Hey, Euro USD. Yesterday you kind of messed around with me, so I'm gonna keep one eye on you. I'm gonna give you a side eye today, right? So this is the high, and this would be one of the lows. This is a low as well, but you can see with these two candlesticks here, something funny was going on. All right, so we have a big rush down and a big rush back up. So I'm looking for a reaction to the downside in this area right here. Now I can also see that there is another higher level right here, both of which I'm going to take into consideration. Because sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, we've seen it happen time and time again where price breaks through that smaller level and goes to the higher level, right? So that could also be the play as well. So we just wait now to see which one it wants to give us. You can see the RSI down here. This is an indicator that we use to identify higher probability trades. It helps you to identify momentum. It's an oscillator, all right, RSI. And when you get involved with or mentorship program beyond the charts, we give you all the information here, guys. When it comes on to the settings, and we literally have a full 12-page document that gives you the strategy step by step. We help you with your trading plan. We help you with developing your own strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, Beyond the Charts is really a mentorship program beyond your imagination. Trust me when I tell you. You have one-on-one meetings on a weekly basis where you have an accountability partner. You document each and every single trade that you take. You journal. Guys, we have fun. All right, we have fun. We make trading really fun. So if it is that you have a desire to become a high probability professional trader, please do go ahead and just drop in the comments below, learn. Drop the word learn, and we will be glad to get back to you, or reach out to us as well. You can reach out to me via WhatsApp. You can send me an email. Guys, there are multiple ways to get in touch if you really and truly so desire. All right. So again, if you like the information that you've already been receiving, let's go ahead and smash that like button. If you think what we're sharing here is nonsense, all right, go ahead and hit the dislike button. It really doesn't matter, guys. Whatever you're doing must be able to stand up to scrutiny, or else it doesn't make sense you do it at all. All right. So we are now currently waiting for that turnaround on EURUSD. At this level, we're looking to take this trade right here in this area. If it is that we break above that, we're looking for the next area up here as well. But I do suspect that 525 or 530, we could have a move to the downside. And that's for EURUSD. All right, so we got about 2 more minutes, or a minute or so. I can just come back to it when it's time. Okay, so I'm going to place that red. And then I'm going to swing on to EURUJPY, which should be showing us slight bullish signals. We should be bullish with EURUJPY. Based on the current strength meter, we are 1 bar strong for Euro over JPY. And as you guys can see, we were falling, but now we're kind of doing what we call consolidating. Consolidation is occurring right now. This is where the market really doesn't know if it wants to move up, down, or sideways. Really, it's moving sideways is what it's really doing. That's consolidation for you guys. Usually when we're consolidating, we typically stay out of the market. But if you're a little bit more advanced and you have the confidence to trade in this arena, then you can take trades either way, really. But we like to take the trade in the direction of the trend. And the problem with this is, the reason why this is problematic is because we were trending up, then we were trending down. So if anything, and we're going to continue trending down, we would like to see a push off the ceiling or the resistance back down. All right. But again, you're consolidating. So the truth is, you could actually break out, retest, and just totally shift the trend back to the upside. So we will have to wait and see for EURUJPY. I am actually going with the downside. Let's go back to EURUSD, as it is now 525 and counting down. And you can see that we are pushing above the last zone into the next zone. As I suggested, that could be a possibility. So I'm going to ensure that I have my split screen up and that we are looking at the 1 minute in addition to the 5 minute. The 1 minute is just now giving us the 58 push down. That red candle, if it is that you wanted to get involved in this opportunity, that would have been your candle. I, on the other hand, did not get in. I need to see this 5 minute start to at least turn down somewhat, but this could have been an entry for some who are probably a little bit more ready to get into the trade early. Okay, and I'll put it like that. So you have this convincing candle here, 3 more candlesticks, and you would be in it to win it. All right, I want to see the 5 minute kind of turning down a little bit more. So the 5 minute and the 1 minute also on the RSI, I would like to see them correlating. All right, so I want to see the 5 minute above the red line and the 1 minute above the red line. Okay, but again, I like when both my 5 minute and my 1 minute are in alignment. When they're both in alignment, guys, for me, that's a higher probability trade idea. Okay? Not when RSI on the 5 is above, which we call it overbought, and the 1 minute is oversold. For me, I'd rather see both of them above the red line and push it down. All right, kind of like what it's looking like now, but I want the 5 minute to be pushing down a bit more. Right now, you can see where it's just kind of pointing to the upside. And the last notch is right here, and it's still pointing to the upside. I'd like to see it start to turn down. And just like you have this notch turn down here, I'd like to see the notch turn down here, and then we start to get into that position. All right? Cool beans. So we're approaching the next level right now. So my trade could come at 5:30. I'm going to get prepared for a 5:30 trade. And if we get it at 5:30, wonderful. If not, wonderful. Guys, the next thing is we don't get caught up in the L's, right? We don't get caught up in the lessons. It just simply means that that wasn't your trade. It's not your time. It's not ready yet. Unfortunately so, yes, you lost your investment, but guess what? That's a risk that you were willing to take, a calculated one at that. When you are applying proper risk management, ladies and gentlemen, and you have confidence in your strategy, guess what? Losing is a part of the game. Somebody says, but Mark, you got it wrong. So we get it right more often than we get it wrong. And in addition to that, we understand that in order for something, for you to grow, you must take L's. You must have lessons. In order for you to learn what not to do, that has to happen too. Okay? Maybe we need to have seminars not on winning, but on losing. Don't you think that would be beneficial? If you have people who speak on the lessons that they get, you could potentially learn more about the lessons that may come your way that you can now probably avoid or help to avoid. You're going to have your own lessons. You're going to learn your own stuff. But sometimes it might be good for us to have some lesson seminars, some lesson lectures, right? So you can learn how best to lose. Become a professional loser at this, guys. Somebody says, Mark, become a professional loser. Yes. Learn to lose well and not get caught up in your feelings and your emotions and throw away your money, because ultimately, that's what you're going to do when you go off your emotions if you lose. All right? So EURUSD, we're pushing up, just waiting to see a confirmation to the downside. It is now 5:30. I'm going to go ahead and select my investment amount, select 3 minutes on the clock, and I'm prepared. All right, I can see the 5 minutes is now kind of going sideways. I need to see that 58-second 1 minute candle turn down, and I would be more inclined to take a trade here. All right, so let's see how she moves. I don't like how she's moving so far. I'm gonna probably lower my risk a little bit. All right, and I'm waiting for that convincing candle coming up on the 58-second. We have 50 seconds here. Somebody says, what's the 58-second? Look down here, folks. Look down here. This is the counter, and it's counting down. All right, so that's the 58-second right there. I actually just got a green candle. It just switched to green on me, but that's okay. So I would have gotten in on the closing of that candle. Now let's just see if she's gonna give us that drop or she's gonna go up. Whatever she wants to do, we'll see. All right, next up, AUDJPY. AUDJPY. Why? Because we like to. What was the currency strength meter saying about the AUD and the JPY? Well, AUD is super strong at 10 bars and JPY is at 3 bars. All right, so that means that we are pushing to the upside. Let's just look at that on the 5-minute time frame, and let's look at that with just one window. All right, so we have this big push, but this is not quite going according to what the currency strength meter is telling us. It's telling us that AUD is pretty bullish, which is true, but we have a downward moving retracement right now. Well, a downward moving retracement is kind of redundant, right? If it's retracing and you're in an uptrend, it's moving down, Mark, duh. But ladies and gentlemen, what we're looking at here is the market pushing down. We were pushing up, now we're pushing down. It doesn't necessarily mean we're trending down. This could be a retracement, all right? But we're making lower lows and lower highs. So on a smaller time frame, guys, this is a trend. So I might ask the question, what constitutes a trend? How many impulses and pullbacks do you need to have for it to actually become a trend? That's a good question for you guys to think on. All right. So where would I take this trade? Well, given that we are above the moving average, given that we're above the moving average, ladies and gentlemen, I would need to see a buying market happening. I need to be buying. And it would mean that that's the high, this is the floor. Those are the two zones, the two areas that I am interested in. And I need to see price actually stop dropping and give me a push up. By the way, let's swing on back over to Euro USD real quick. It's almost 3 minutes. Let's see where our trade is at. Let me ensure that we have dual screens so we can see the 1 minute. All right, so where did we enter this trade? We entered this trade at 5:30, yes? So we would have entered right on the closing of that candle. That's right here. 1, 2, 3, we just cleared. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Some good money was just made on that trade. Good money. When I say good money, I mean some good money was made on that trade just now. Guys, if you took that trade with me, I'm talking to the students here. If you guys took that trade with me, dropped in the chat, let me know. I'm going to celebrate you. I'm going to celebrate you. I'm going to celebrate you. Let me go ahead and celebrate good times. Come on. All right. I see those clears. I see those clears. I see those clears. I see those clears. Let's go, guys. That was an amazing drop. Look at her go. Sheesh. Look at her go. We got to bust some shots for that, guys. We got to bust some shots for that. Hold up, hold up, hold up. We can't move off yet. We can't move off yet. All I want to do. Wait. Hey. Woo! That's what's up, guys. That's what's up. Awesome, 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 awesome trade, guys. Awesome trade.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
I'll always wait, ladies and gentlemen. I will always wait for my trade, my high probability trade, because this is what they do. This is what they do. Amazing prediction. Price came up exactly to our area that we were interested in, nicked it with this wick, and then just dropped like nobody's business. That's what we do here on Profits Before Sunrise. We get profits before sunrise, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do here on Beyond the Charts. We go beyond the charts to using more of our mental or emotional intelligence, ensuring that we stay focused, ensuring that we take only the highest probability trades using discipline, patience, and consistency, eradicating fear out of our thought process when we are in the markets by utilizing a sound trading plan. All right, that's what we do. Our predictions are on point, and literally, ladies and gentlemen, you saw that right in front of your very own two eyes this morning here on YouTube, free of charge, right? Free of charge. What I would advise you guys to do is to really watch back this video again, just to see how it is that we can identify these high probability trades. What I'd encourage you to do is go watch our market structure videos, all the other videos that we have. I don't typically post videos. We do live calls here, but go back and watch the couple of videos I've dropped on market structure, on candlestick patterns, just to help folks understand how we see the market, which I think is somewhat unique. All right, so Euro USD just absolutely tanked. I gotta pop some smoke for us for that one. That one is just dropping like a rock. Where's my smoke? Where's my smoke? I can't find my smoke. Where's my smoke? Smokey. Where is my smoke? Where is my smoke? Somebody is saying, what smoke are you talking about, Mark? Ah, I can't find it now. It's all right. It's all right.
All right, all right, all right. Let's go.
There it is. All right, I see those clears in the chat. I see those clears in the chat. I see those clears in the chat. Okay, time now is 5:38. Let's see what the AUDJPY was doing. We're going to finish up with AUDUSD, take a look at GJ, and then we will start to cycle back through EURUSD. Paid us today. Thank you so much after yesterday's hiccups. Right? We took 2 trades on EURUSD yesterday. One was an L, one was a win. But she was acting all shy yesterday, didn't want to play with us, but that's okay. You made up for it today. You made up. That's fine. You gave us the drop. Drop like nobody's business today. So we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. So with AUDJPY, here's how I'm looking at this idea. Because we're pushing up, right? Overall, we're pushing up. I want to start only taking sells when I'm below my moving average. That would really say, okay, Mark, you're really selling right now. But we started selling the moment we created, well, we didn't start selling, or trend shifted the moment we created this higher low. Yeah? Because we did not create a higher high to continue the trend. We actually created a higher low. The mere fact that we did that was the first indication to me that the trend could be changing. And then we went ahead and we created a breakout of the low. So this would have been your higher low from the previous low all the way down here. And we came back up, tested that higher, that lower high. We tested it again, and then we dropped. We broke through that floor, creating yet another floor. We went back up, tested that area, and dropped again. So we are now constantly creating lower highs and lower lows at least twice. Once here, twice here. So if it is that we're going to continue, I must form a new lower low and a lower high. So if it is, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to continue up and this retracement is done, then we would be moving off this floor here to push back up. I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. All right, especially for my students on the call. I want to wait to see if price is going to push up from this level, respecting this floor, to put a halt on this downward retracement to then put me back into buyer's market. Okay, because that's what I'm waiting on right now, to either go into buyer's mode or to continue selling. Now, if I'm going to go into buyer's mode, this is where I'm doing it, right here. And then ultimately, I would want to see us break past that recent high, retest it, and then keep on moving to the upside, now creating the trend back to the upside with higher highs and higher lows. Now, failing that, if we break below this area, then ladies and gentlemen, I'm anticipating a continuation of the downward move for that sell if we start to sell from here. Okay? If we start to go down from here, I'm looking for a retest and a continuation to the downside. All right, so right now, I'll tell you this straight up. Right now is not a time to trade AJ in my book. In my book. Might be in yours, not in mine. In my book, I'm okay patiently waiting this one out until the direction is chosen. The reason why is because I have a conflict now. I'm going down in the market, right? I'm going down, but I'm also still above my moving average. Why? Because of this big move last night on AUD. We watched this happen live last night on Profits After Dark. Amazing move. 1 minute, and we went how many pips? Like 90 pips, okay? And this one move. Because of this one move, ladies and gentlemen, it created what is known as imbalance in the market. So this imbalance needs to be what we also call mitigated. The imbalance needs to be mitigated. The price will have to come all the way down to at least this level and satisfy this candlestick wick right here. Once it gets there, all bets are off. We could be pushing back up again. So right now, for me, I'm very unsure as to which direction I would take this trade, because it could continue to push down to this dotted line. It could push up off the EMA. It could turn around right here and push up off this floor. There are too many variables. So when in doubt, stay out. Okay? AUD USD. How about that? So AUD USD is now, well, we could say this one has already completed the imbalance right here. Right here, the imbalance is complete. So if price now wants to shift gears back into a bullish market, now would be the time. Okay, now would be the time. Like, this is a higher probability trade for me versus the AUDJPY that we were just looking at. Okay, I would more be inclined to take this trade right now for the buy back up off this imbalance area. I'll be more inclined. Not saying I would. I still need to see my trend develop in the correct direction. Okay. So given that we are bullish on AUD USD, I want to see that bullish momentum come back in. Right now we have too much bearish selling momentum. By the way, bears are selling, bulls are buying. And if you did not know that, I'm using these terminologies like y'all are professional traders. I'm talking to you guys out there in YouTube land, right? All the visitors who are watching. If you're watching this a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, I would have hoped that you'd have already joined our mentorship program and we would have helped to educate you on these terminologies, okay? So I'd be more inclined to take this candlestick right now for a buy, okay? Because we've already mitigated the imbalance with this wick coming exactly down to that level. It is now 5:45. 5:45 is usually a nice turnaround time for us. So I'd be more inclined to take this trade versus the other. Guys, you see the rationale behind this. We don't just randomly take trades. We look for the highest probability trade ideas, all right, based on analysis of the market, sound analysis, okay? So the 58 second of this candlestick is the candlestick that if I were to take this trade, that's what I'd be looking to get in on, okay? 5 minutes is looking good. 1 minute is looking good. All right, let's look at GBPJPY, and that will be the final pair, and then we will be finito, guys. We will be finito. So the entry would have been here on this candlestick right here. My entry would have been at the 64987 with the intention to take this up for 3 minutes. Again, imbalance was mitigated. We are at a nice floor, and you guys can see this candle is just growing green. That's it, guys. That is it. GBPJPY. Man, listen, I don't typically trade this pair. GJ. GJ. Man, I tell you, I've had some history with this pair. Oh boy. It's a love-hate relationship. Let's just say that. It's a love-hate relationship. I can see a head and shoulder pattern right here. No, Mark, don't even do it. Don't even introduce that right now. Stick to the strategies that we're doing. We're not looking at those patterns right now. Come on. All right, so GJ. I want to look at GJ real quick and give you my analysis on it. Currency strength meter is saying, what is it saying? I don't know. Let me pull that back up. I do not have that right up right now. GJ, what are you saying, GJ? GJ, 1 bar strong for the GBP above the JPY, which would indicate that we should be buying. And I could identify the buy right here because this would have been my retest area. This is my high. This is my low. And guys, you know, somebody said to me, Mark, why don't you go further back in the charts? Why when you're trading, you just look at just this little piece right here? Because that's the piece that matters to me. It matters not what the price was doing before. The price could have been selling before. We're not selling now, it's buying now, right? So I'm interested in my recent high, my recent low, and the area that I'm possibly retesting. I ain't got a whole lot of time, guys, to sit down in these markets. I'm taking my trade and I'm going. So this right here, it would have been your trade opportunity. Had you gotten a higher probability trade, I would be in this. But I'm not in it because my RSI didn't line up. It's just that simple. My RSI did not line up. It did not go below the green line like this. Somebody's saying, but Mark, it's turning up. It's respecting the zone. I see that. Wonderful. I'm really glad that it's following structure. But my trading plan suggests that I wait for this to happen. And so I watch that in, oh, well, look at that. It's going, leave me. Guys, you get more opportunities, okay? This market is constantly moving up and down and up and down. When it's your time, it's your time. You know, my mother would always say, what? Let me say it in patois, okay? Water for you can be unfair. Did I do that good? Did I do that good, students? or I messed it up. You know, we have some people on YouTube just saying, what did he just say? One for you can be unfair, right? So if this is my trade, this is going to be my trade. It cannot not be my trade, all right? I don't know if it applies, but it sounded like the right thing to say. All right, let's go to USDJPY and let's start cycling back through this. So USDJPY, ladies and gentlemen, had we gotten that opportunity to get in, absolutely rocked out. You guys can see that. We are now currently at the next position. So keep a little interesting fact. We can actually trade binary and leverage at the same time, okay? When we take our binary entries, we can actually execute leverage entries as well. We understand market structure, so we know where to anticipate price reactions. So if it is that we're going to be taking this as a leverage position, my stop loss would have to be below the low, which is showing that that's around 5-10 pips. I'll actually just use 10 pips as my stop level. And if I'm using 10 pips as my stop level, you must, well, back up. You don't have to do anything. You don't must do anything. It would be my recommendation that you do at least a 1-to-1 at minimum. But you have people who do negative risk to rewards and still are profitable. I mean, it happens, right? I just highly wouldn't recommend it. You know, you have people who risk more and they go for less and they're still profitable. But again, not my cup of tea. I want to do a minimum of a 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3 would be ideal. Okay? So a 1-to-1 would mean that I'm taking the trade here with the potential to take it up at least 10 pips because my stop would be 10 pips is far though. This is a very small trade. I actually don't trade on the 5 minute. I trade on the 1 hour. I'm just giving you guys an example. Okay. So this is like a 6 pip stop. You could go for like a 6 to 12. You could go for like a 12 pip profit, and that would be a 1 to 2. Does that make sense, guys? It's a 1 to 2. And you can know by looking right here, you'll see it says ratio 2. Can you guys see that? Ratio 2. So that's a 1 to 2. So you'd have already hit your first zone, and I'm a zone to zone trader, which means that I'm right now looking to take partial profits once I get to the next zone, because there's no telling if we're going to break out of this. As you can see, it's actually respecting it and pushing it back down. All right, so that's USDJPY. Let's take a look at EURUSD. All right, EURUSD was selling, and absolutely that it is. It is selling back to our leverage position. If you were taking this for leverage, your entry would have been there. Your stop could have been above the high, which would be somewhere about right here. Man, these are some small pips on these 5-minute charts, man. Let's look at, let's say 5 pips would be your stop. And again, 1 to 2 would be the ideal for me here. So let's say 50 and profit level 100, but that's 10. So you always want to use an extra digit on this tool. So it would be 5 pips to 10. So my stop is at 5 pips, my profit is at 10. That's a 1 to 2. It looks something like this. And it's perfectly in alignment with the floor, which would be my first take profit level. Okay. I'm just walking through and showing you guys how you would set this up for leverage. Okay. EURUJPY did what it was supposed to do as well. Nice drop there to the floor. She's now pushing right back on up. All right, so that moved well. AUDJPY is still, coming down, doing what she does best. Remember, I was telling you when in doubt, stay out. This is the one I would have avoided, but you can see where she's giving that green up candle to help support the idea of going back up. We'll have to wait and see for that one. AUDUSD gave us a green candle. So if you took this, I would have to drop down to the 1 minute to see if you cleared. Let me drop down to the 1 minute to see if you cleared. I think it was at 5:45. This was the entry right here at 5:45. 1, 2, 3 candlesticks. You should have cleared that as well. Okay, guys, all the trades that we called today rocketed in our direction. Guys, we're only in for 3 minutes on these positions. It's binary trading. We are in it to win it, and we are out. We're literally calling one candlestick, guys. Do you see the precision at which we're getting into this market? The entry is literally on, the entry and the exit is on one candlestick. One candlestick. And in this case, it is green, exactly how we wanted it. That just rocked out. GBPJPY, we have that buy. This would have been your entry if you were a little bit more risky, right? If you were able to enter on the RSI being where it is, if that's your thing and that's your strategy and that's how you enter and you feel comfortable, you could have done that. For me, I was okay letting that one slide. Okay, so those are all the pairs, guys. Those are the 6 pairs that we analyze on a consistent basis each and every single morning here, with the exception of Mondays and Fridays, where we dive into a little bit more mental work. All right, on a Monday, we dive into mindset. What's the type of mindset that a successful trader must possess? That's the mindset that we are striving to achieve. The mindset of an accomplished professional trader. That is one who is grounded in his emotional intelligence, the one who journals, the one who takes only the highest probability trades, the one who does not fear itself, understanding that just false evidence appearing to be real. The mindset that is focused, following one course until success. Ladies and gentlemen, if a wealthy family does not, if you do not come from a wealthy family must come from you, and it can with this information that you've gotten today. The information you've received today, guys, if studied if studied, if applied, can transform your financial future. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 5:57. It is my time. I gotta run. I got a family to take care of, guys. It's school time. All right. We got profits before sunrise. It is time for us to go off into the world and be a blessing to so many. May the divine forces in me. Oh, by the way, guys, we also have JMax coming up at 12 for the waltz. That's your lunch money session. So if you want to get some lunch money, make sure that you're on her session. She looks at the market with some different eyes, guys. When I say her trades are so spot on, if you thought you saw anything this morning, you should be on the waltz. I'm talking about high probability trades left, right, and center with pristine accuracy and fun. Fun, fun, fun. We have an amazing time. We crack jokes. We just have a really, really good time on the waltz. That's coming up later today, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's in North America. And then later on tonight, we have Profits After Dark. Profits After Dark is where we dive into the leverage market. We dive into our analysis over the entire week. We look at the trades that we had set up from Monday, from Tuesday, and the trades going into today and Thursday. And then on Friday, ladies and gentlemen, we typically train the mind again with our strategy training. We dissect the strategy. We have questions and answers. We look into specific things in the market, like maybe we might look at an indicator, maybe we might look at market structure, maybe we might look at different theories. I mean, we've visited quarters theories. We've looked at Elliot waves. We've looked at harmonic patterns. We have looked at so many different things, ladies and gentlemen. We are constantly learning, we're constantly earning, and we're developing ourselves each and every single day into the best version of ourselves. All right. So with that being said, may the divine forces in me greet the divine forces in you. May you all manifest each and every heart's desire. I'm your boy, Mark with a C. I'm out, guys. Peace. I'll see you on the next call. And I'll see you in the charts. We'll see. Peace, guys.